Hello, hello, and happy Friday. Sorry, it's not Friday, it's Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Manifesting Monday. And I've just manifested my glasses. I've spent the last 2 days creeping around and bumping into things and looking for my glasses. I've found all sorts of old pairs with scratchy bits in the middle. But anyway, I was really lucky to find these just as I was putting a jumper into the wash and realized, oh, check the pockets. So anyway, I'm down to my last pair and I'm about to collect my new ones and I can't wait because I'll be able to see properly. These are quite old. Anyway, that's my story. And what I decided to do this week is to go back over and to just so that if you're in the Facebook group, if you're in the Facebook group where we ran the challenge, hi Janine, how are you, lovely? If you're in watching this from the Facebook group, that is the Mindset and Manifesting group, if you're watching it in there, the videos are in there. If you're not watching it in there, I'm just going to go over what we did. It's probably easier if you are in there because there's actually 6 videos. There's a pre-video and there are 5 videos. And I'm going to be taking them down. Now, I did say I was taking them down last week, but I had a really crazy week and I was not in here as often as I thought I would be. So I'm going to go and just, I suppose, just fill in, top up, go over the finer details of each day. So today, Monday, now you know, I know it is Monday evening, but today, Monday's video was all about clarity. The very first step is clarity. So I'm going to go over that. I'm also going to read a reading for everybody, for the whole collective, on what's happening, what we need to do this week. I'll be talking a little bit about moon and woo. So the moon is about to go into the half moon, or it's the last quarter stage. So I'm going to talk about that and what we need to be doing. And ask me any questions. If you have any questions about what we did over the past couple of weeks, ask me questions and I will be here to answer. Hi, Paula. Lovely to see you as well. Okay, so I'm going to just start off with clarity. So I know when I ran the challenge, which is 2 weeks ago now, there was such activity and such excitement and everybody was doing it. Now, I had a crazy, crazy week and there were a lot of stuff happening at home in the sidelines that actually I couldn't even talk about because I didn't want to bring down energy. So I didn't get to do it. And I'm going to do it this week. And I'm basically clearing out. So in order to get clarity on what we want, we need to know, what we don't want. I really know what I don't want. Do you know what you don't want? And what do you want instead? So the first video was all about basically getting clear on what you want to do in a year's time. Where do you want to be in a year's time? Bearing in mind that we tend to expect to do more in a day or a week or a month than we actually expect to be in a year's time. Our mind expects us to be doing the same sort of things in a year's time. And we need to change that. We want to make ourselves go further. So I'm going to be doing this as well. And I'm going to be working on an area of my life that I've been neglecting. For all of us, abundance will be in different areas of our life. Um, for some people, abundance of money comes easy because maybe they've been brought up in a home or where money was always easy and there is no negative energy attached to it. But they may find it hard to meet people that they trust or love people or find, relationships that are abundant and loving and happy. And it may be another area, but for different people, it depends on what our stuff is. So when you understand that we all are just, the root or we're playing out all of the stuff that's in our head that's gone on in the past. It can be our stuff. It can be generational issues. It can go back to parents, grandparents, even before that. I mean, I've done so much work on myself in different things, and I've gone back to lineage, parents, grandparents, and lineage. And I've also done a lot of past life regression work for stuff that I wanted to be done with. But whatever it is for you, just know that the area that you most want in life is the one that will have the most, I suppose, memories and difficulties from the past. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't change. We can all change. We can completely do that. We just need to find what it is and to release and let go. What I'm working on this week is actually, so what was it, in 2015 I started my business, this business that I have now, coaching and mindset, meditation, in using my intuition to help people. And then I became a hypnotherapist the following year. And but up until that point, I was an artist and I painted, and I had a belief that it was hard life because that's what I was brought up to believe. I needed to get a proper job. I needed to do something else and to just play with my painting. And I eventually in 2015 decided, yeah, I had enough of just getting by with with painting. And then I went into this business, which I really love, and I feel it's really creative and I love it, and I am continuing to do that. But one of the things that I wanted to do back then was to um, spend some time painting and to just play, to just be creative and play and paint what I wanted to paint. And I had so much excitement at the time that I was actually going to enjoy painting much more because it was going to be creative and fun instead of trying to make a living from painting. And I haven't picked up a paintbrush hardly at all since. I haven't, I've blocked myself and I've delved deep into this work, which I love. And I'm looking at the creative side of this. But what I am doing this week, I'm working on this week, is carving out some time to, you know, spend every week painting. Now we coming up to the 21st, we've got the solstice, not the solstice, the equinox. And the equinox, the spring equinox, and just as the moon moves into Aries, I feel, I really believe, even from past times, that this is the real new year. And in fact, even if you look at the months of the calendar, September, Sept is 7, October is 8, Oct 8, November, Nov 9, December 10, which would mean that this, moving into now is actually really the beginning, the original beginning of the new year. Now, this works very well if it's in the Northern Hemisphere, which a lot of you people are, not everybody that follows me at the Northern Hemisphere, but actually there's a sense of that kind of new beginnings coming. And so what are your think of it now, what is it that you want to create in the next new year? Because the new year is going to be at the next new moon, which is on the 21st. Tomorrow's the 14th, so tomorrow the moon is going to be at that half moon phase. That can be a time where we feel restricted, or sometimes it can bring up a little bit of tension, arguments, or because it's a square, basically it's forming a square to the sun, and a square or an opposition bring sort of tension. So just notice that. Doesn't mean that you need to really worry. It just means just breathe, over the next, because we're at that phase where things can just feel tense. But mostly, when you think of it, tensions are only like a gentle kick in the ass from the universe to tell you what it is that you want to change with. So for this week, if you want to start now, some of you have been saying that you want to do it again. This is my final week doing this, because I'm going to be live every day this week between 5:30 and 6:30 GMT. So I'm here on and off between. I've kept that space free. I won't be talking now until 6:30 unless people arrive on and give me numbers. So if you want a reading, Janine, Paula, Claire, JJ, anybody else who's here, come in and say hello. Give me your name, because I do like to see names, and just put a number between 1 and 5, just the figure, because I find that easier to read when I'm going through things. I'm going to read for everybody just to see what we need to focus on. So for this week, oh my goodness, a load of people jumped on as soon as I mentioned reading numbers. So for this week, if you are watching, if you're in the Facebook group, and if you're not and you're watching this on my open Facebook page or on YouTube, there's a link below to join the Facebook group, which is Mindset and Manifesting with Glenys. And I will be, I'm suggesting that people watch the videos again this week, just get clear again, bring up that energy and really let's feel that we're creating something. So lovely. I've got Christine Kavanagh, gorgeous to see you. You managed to catch me. Claire Louise, lovely, lovely, lovely. You feel it the same, to feel that you need to paint again. Absolutely. JJ. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull a few cards for the collective, just for people who won't be on the live, and it'll be for everybody as well. So I'm going to just see what cards come out. Okay. Okay, so this is sort of like the energy. This is just for this week, the week ahead. What do we need to feel and what do we need to work on? So the first card that came out there is teacher. So we're all teachers. When we're here, life is school. When you think of it, life is just school. So we're here for a reason. We came here to do something. And when we get that lesson, when we've learned lessons, I've learned lots. I'm 61 years old, so I have a lot of lessons behind me. Still more to learn, I know that. But the things that we move through, the things that we learn and work through ourselves are the things that we can help others with most. And always, a lot of people that follow me or a lot of people that I work with are either healers in some form or creatives. Almost all the people that I work with are either in that sort of healing, heart-centered world or creatives in some way. So what is it that your lesson is for? So if you're moving forward and you want to do something big, what can you bring to the table? What can you best bring from your own past that really lights you up and helps you move forward and that you can share with other people? Now, if you are a healer, be very careful to fill your energy up. We can so easily get overpowered and, I mean, I burnt out and had to take 10 months off because I was overgiving in 2020 and 2021. So just be very careful when you're working, with energy or with people, that you really look after yourself, that you fill yourself up first. I feel with this, it's almost like he's got a cup and that cup has been filled up with this beautiful energy. And only when you have enough should you be able to give out to somebody else and open your heart to love. Second, moving on from that. So there's 5 cards here that I'm going to read out as a first line, 3 and 1. So this is the second of this first 5. Open your heart to love. First of all, we need to open our hearts to love ourselves. It has to come from the love and the connection that we have to our own source energy, our own highest self, our own ability to, light up a room, light up something. And so when you light yourself up, like the child inside you up, you have that ability to give on. And then it's just, love every situation. So that kind of also reminds me, if you're stuck or you're struggling with anything, go back to the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's the easiest way to release, to let go. And, that just means that if you're thinking of something, somebody, and you find yourself, either getting angry or getting down or getting overwhelmed, stop, breathe, and just say those four little statements. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You don't need to say it to the other person or to, thinking of it, just saying it on some level. You're saying it to yourself for manifesting whatever that situation is. The middle card is freedom. Now, I love this because this is the middle of five. So it's sort of, it's part of the cards that read down as well. So freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Freedom is one of my big words. What is it we need to be free from? What would freedom mean to you? Freedom to be, do, or have whatever. And this card is really just saying freedom. Freedom is coming, or freedom. I feel like there's a whole new age coming, and it's going to bring so much more freedom in all sorts of ways. Now, I mean, I could actually write a book on that, which I won't go into too much longer today, but just feel that. That's what we need to feel. But it's all out there, it's all coming. And this is receptivity. We need to be open to receiving whatever that is. So if this is abundance, if freedom is abundance to be free to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether that is you need more time, or you need more finances, or you need more love, or you need more connection, whatever it is, you've got to be open to receiving it. You've got to feel worthy and enough to receive it. Just allow it to come to you. Yeah, that's really that card. And this one then is White Tara, which is all about sensitivity. So all of us are becoming increasingly sensitive right now. And there's a huge amount of upgrades and light that's coming in at the moment. There's a massive amount of solar flares of all descriptions. But when you see that, just notice. I know my skin, my whole body, I can feel it. I sleep less at night and I can check in with the Schumann resonance, for example, and I will actually realize, yeah, there was a spike yesterday. But we're all affected by this. But when you can just imagine that you're just being lit up, and just bring it on, bring it on, bring it in. So when you're feeling sensitive, some people we might be more sensitive to the food that we eat, to the people that we are around. We all need to avoid now harsh relationships, harsh words, toxic environments, toxic people, toxic anything. Make sure you know what you're putting into your body, and that it's pure, and that it's loving to you. Okay. So no chemicals. It's avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. That's the first line. So the second line is just a little bit of advice. So this is detach from drama. Whatever you see out there, detach from it. Turn off the knob. If you're still watching the TV, turn it off. It's programming. That's all it is. It's just programming. Program yourself. Reprogram yourself. Choose to only see what you want to see. Live in the sense that you already have it. Just detach from all the stuff. And it's like as if, then when it's just it doesn't affect you, and then you're free. You've become free. It might be as well that we are, or somebody is, or any of us are just viewing and observing other people, and allowing other people maybe to offload. Don't allow other people to offload on you. Sort of build that bubble around yourself so that you can just feel that energy bouncing off you. Butterfly Maiden, right in the middle. So this is the central card. It's in the middle of the whole reading. It's second row, and the middle card in the second row, the middle row. So transformation. We all are going through massive transformation right now. Think of that as a good thing. Just know that your past, anything negative, is just releasing and letting go, and smile through it. Have a sense of fun. Bring, don't take yourself or the situation too seriously. Just know we're here to learn. We're here to view. And we chose to be in this time right now, in this crazy time in humanity, in our you know, in lifetimes and in eons. We've come here right now, and we're coming here, and we're going from one system into another system. We're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, but we're moving into so many systems this, you know, these years. So just know everything as well. Just feel that in every part of you. And this lady keeps coming out at the moment. So this is Bridget, Don't Back Down. So Bridget is an Irish saint. Bridget would have been a healer. She's sparky. She stood up for the underdog. She had no fear. You know, she was a warrior. She was a healer as well, actually. So with plants and medicine, and she was a really spiritual person, but nobody, you know, she had that light inside her. This card is just telling you, don't back down on your big dreams. Allow yourself to dream big. We can all dream big and let that light shine in your heart. And then the last card, which is the one underneath the very bottom, I'm going to put a little picture next to this, so you know, in the Facebook group. I can't put it everywhere, it won't go onto YouTube, just to show you the reading, but it's just telling you what you need most right now is quiet time. Go inside, be loving to yourselves. Quiet time to just meditate, contemplate, and know everything is happening perfectly. Right, if anybody has questions, but I'm going to start off here with reading JJ's card. So just a number between 1 and 5, including 1 or 5, but just the number because I'm a bit dyslexic and I'm skim to see the number. But at least I have my glasses so I can read them now. So number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And actually, look, JJ, this jumped out. And I have a feeling that you've been getting that a lot lately. Guiding children, you'll know what that means. Bold, be daring, be unapologetically you. Stand up and fight, you know, fight for your corner. Just, you know, stand up for the child inside you and just really be just brave. Go with your dreams, unleash your adventurous side, take risks, be daring. What is it that your heart really wants you to do? Now, this can say, as you know, helping and guiding children is what you're here to do, but it also means to help and look after the child inside. So some of you may have actually watched the replay. I sent out a replay, and I sent it out again today, of the mini RTT session that I did. I did it myself, and I found some, you know, big insights. So, you know, if you haven't already watched that, do watch it. I think the link is in the description here as well. I'll be taking it down in about a week or so. So do watch it. I don't like to keep it up there all the time. It's a really important one. Okay, sum number 2 for you, Christine. 1, 2. Artistic expression, and I know you're a creative, so this is just telling you, okay, be really creative. Be creative with your life. Be creative with what it is that you want to do. Allow that child inside you to just be playful, to do something that you love to do. And I know your work is you know, involving your creativity, but there's something else. There might be something else that you're not seeing. Allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to just find when words don't come out and I get a little cough that there's something else. It's actually heart as well. There's a lot of heart energy here. Be loving and kind to yourself. What is it that you most need? What is it that you most need? And do that for yourself. Claire Louise, number 3 for you. Just before I go on to it, so Christine, actually here, definitely recommend the RTT. I had the most wonderful experience in that session. Oh, I'd love to know more about that. Brilliant. I'm delighted. Lovely. I love hearing that feedback, because that was only a mini session. It's only a mini session, but super. 1, 2, 3. So for you, Claire Louise, honor the cycles and rhythms. So we're like, there's always a cycle and a rhythm, but know now that this next cycle is like a start of a whole new year. Next week we'll have the new moon. New moon is a start of new beginnings, and is also coinciding with the solstice, or not solstice, the equinox. Equinox is the start of the whole year, basically, in astrology and probably in life. But also just honor the moon and the phases of the moon, and just take notice. Notice how you feel. Notice now, are you feeling tired, or are you getting excited about starting something new? Are you ready to just give up, or is there more? Is there something in you that you feel that you could, just be brave and take action and do? And what do you need? What is it that you need for support? So honor the cycles and rhythms of your body and the energy that you feel. Hi, Jordan. So number 6 for you. Oops. Now, I'm going to read you one of these because a card has jumped out as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So father, husband, brother, son. This card is about male energy and males in your life. It might be a message from a male deceased loved one, a father, a grandfather, or somebody from beyond, or any male relationships. And it can also be to kind of allow yourself to release, forgive, and let go of something to do with the male energy, or with maybe being hurt or something from that male line. And it can also, I'm also thinking, we all have male, female energy. Balancing is really important. So balancing your doing and your receiving. The male energy is very much taking action and doing, and the feminine energy is receiving. We need to have both. So ask yourself, is there anywhere that's out of balance? And I forgot there was another card that jumped out there. Oh yeah, it was detach from drama. So detach from anything that's going on, detach, and that card also came up in the main reading. So just detach from it, watch, view, observe, and just kind of like imagine you have that sort of sword of light that you can just release, cut, let go of past energies and things. Okay. Hi, Janine. So Janine, number 3 for you. I'm not even going to attempt anymore to say what's written underneath you here, because I'm too dyslexic to try to do that. So 1, 2, and 3. My goodness, there's so many. This came out in the reading, and it's just exactly from the last reading as well. So detach from drama. Where is the drama? What are you noticing? Where are you being pulled off course? What are you seeing? What might appear frightening, or what might appear overwhelming that you're holding for other people? Watch where your mind runs ahead, and then build yourself a bubble around you, call on whatever you believe is source, energy, God, the universe, to protect you, surround you in a bubble, so that you're almost like in a space where you're viewing and observing, that it's like you're watching a movie playing out, but it's not affecting you. It's just something that you're watching, and that you can then have a sort of an open heart, and you're totally non-judgmental about what's happening, and you can just see it unfolding and observing. So, and this could be for you too, Jordan, or anybody else. Just view and observe, and it means then that we don't react to a situation. We can respond with the right calm and clarity. So numbers between 1 and 5 for anybody coming on, and just give me the number. Don't spell it out because oops. Okay, so Paula, I'm reckoning that there's a card for you in a big bunch that jumped out here. So number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, yes. The answer is yes. Just say yes. What do you feel when you say yes to yourself? Yes, the universe is on your side. Yes, the time is right. Yes, all doors open to you. Yes, everything you touch turns to gold. When you get that yes feeling, and when you get this card, um, there's a real abundance to it. You know, Ganesh is, you know, the goddess of abundance, and in this, he's got he, she, whatever it is, has got 4 hands, 4 arms. So be open to receiving more. Don't just expect a little, expect a lot, expect more from yourself, from life, from whatever. It's your time. Love that. And I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow, actually, to do your readings. You were one of the lucky winners from last week. Okay. Hi, Rianne. Hi, Mairead. Hi, Kay. Let me see. Glennis. Mary DC here. Coming on. You're not late at all. Yes, you can have number 2. So 1, 2. So you've gotten the honor, the cycles and rhythms as well. So if you've just come on, you may have heard that last card, that part of the card from the main reading. It was the main reading that came up. But basically, maybe it wasn't, it was somebody else. But honor these cycles and rhythms, and the cycles and rhythms that are happening now. We're about to start a new moon. We're about to start the new year, the real new year, certainly in the northern hemisphere. But it's this astrological new year when the sun moves into Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac, and it's huge new beginnings. And to have that new moon just before it, and we also have Pluto just about to move in to the sign of Aquarius, and it's going to be darting in and back to Capricorn, back into Aquarius for over a year. But it'll be in Aquarius from the 23rd of this month until June, sometime in June, I'm not sure exactly, and then it'll move back into Capricorn for, I think, almost the rest of the year. It'll move back in, but it's those, they're called the anaritic degrees, the last degree in one and the first degree in the other, and it's when Pluto is going to really shine the light on the dark. And we need to be able to see and to shine light on the dark, of what's not working. So, in our lives, but also when we talk about that sign of Capricorn, we're talking about top-down structures, situations, big corporations, banks. I'm nearly afraid to say, because get eggs thrown at me, but there's a huge change coming. It might feel tricky, but what we need to do is to hold the line and to really keep our vibration up, because we are manifesting by our thoughts and our emotions. That's why I want to start my program on that, just moving into that Aries sign, because it's just going to be when we are here to manifest our next destiny. Okay, Mairead, how are you, Mairead? Number 3. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Second time this card has come out as well. So this for you is, now it might be a sign that there's a male deceased loved one. This might be an energy of somebody loving around you. But it can also be the male energy in you, asking you to kind of maybe take action, to do something, to stand up for yourself, to take that step, to be brave, to be bold, to, start, to just do it, that kind of do it energy. Don't procrastinate, don't put it off, just actually take the action. This card also means, to let go, release, forgive the past. And male energies, any male energy going back would be, probably what it's referring to, whatever comes to your mind, whatever person or situation or, is right. So just there's a release that needs to happen. But you're really protected with there's a lovely, strong male energy around you. Protective energy. Okay. Rianne, number 3 for you. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Diana. So this is just know where you want to go. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused on the end result feeling. And imagine you have that bow and arrow and that you are a master markswoman and you just know how to, hit the bullseye. When you're that focused, when you really pay attention to the end result, when you pay attention to what you want to feel, the end, that person, when you get a sense of it and what it is that you want to stay with that sort of unwavering thoughts in favor of you're enough, you're able, you can do this, thoughts, feelings, actions, everything. Keep it focused on your target because you will make your mark. Wow. Let me see. What else have I got here? You've sent me a direct message. Okay, my lovely. I will get on to that afterwards. I will check that out. Julie Green, you may have number 5. How are you? Lovely to see you on here. There's a card jumped out for you, so I'm going to keep that as well. I'd want it myself, but I'll give it to you because it's jumped out for you. 4 and 5. So be strong. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you've gotten this before because I know Julie from a long, long time ago. She's one of the most strong, action taking. So this card is just telling you your strength is it's sort of, your strength ensures a huge and a really good outcome. It is the fact that you're strong, that you're brave. You've got that Leo. I don't know where that is, but we have it somewhere in a chart, but there's a strong Leo sense in this, which is kind of like perform, be there, do that, stand up, speak up. And of course, there's also the eye of Horus there, which is your intuition. You're able to do this and you are a very intuitive lady indeed. And this is the card that jumped out, prosperity. The universe is pouring out an abundance of prosperity on you. Are you willing to receive it? Just feel it. Just imagine that it's like this. It's just pouring out. How would you feel? Okay. You see, Claire Louise, I can absolutely feel it. Doing the manifesting in the RTT has really boosted my healing. Thankful I found this group. I am so glad for you as well. Great. So anybody who hasn't seen that RTT thing, it's about, I think it's just over 30 minutes, about 35 minutes healing. So RTT is a form of hypnosis with a regression to the root cause of an issue. And in that little session, we go back to find someplace that we don't feel enough. So there's 2, it's only a mini one. It's just getting a sense of, how that works for you, but it really is hugely beneficial. So I'm delighted you liked it. I'm really glad you liked it, Claire. Let me see. You're welcome, Jordan. You're welcome, Janine. And Paula, feeling abundant. Do feel abundant. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow too. Okay, so I think I've gotten to the end. I will be back in here every day this week, as I said, at 5:30. I've kept an hour free. If I go over, I'll talk while people are in here. But for now, start clearing clutter in some area. Start to look at what it is that you can do to start to make happen. Because I am going to be working tomorrow and talking to you about visualizing it and having that future vision. Love you lots. Bye for now.